What's up, guys? Welcome back. We got some Madden 26 stuff, and I'm going to be starting to deep dive this game. And the first thing we're going to go over is scouting, because let me tell you, Madden made quite a change to your scouting, and you're going to want to find out how you can do this, because I was just able to unlock full scouting percentage for talent on over 80 players. Stick around and I'm going to show you guys how to do the same thing. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you guys how you can get a ton of players uncovered for talent when it comes to drafting, and how really simple it actually is. So not everybody will be able to do this right out of the gate. You might have to go through a season or two before you can get this done. I, however, am going to use my pre-order bonus to unlock it right away and show you how it works. So the first thing you're going to want to do, once you have enough points, like I said, you might not have them right away. Maybe you have to play a couple of weeks. Maybe you have to wait a season before you can unlock this ability that they've added to the game. But it is a very powerful ability. So we're going to come in here. We're going to go to Kevin O'Connell. We're going to go over to abilities, okay? And we're going to scroll down to scouting. There is one down here called Scout's Honor. And if you look at the locked tiers, it says, we're going to unlock it here so I can talk to you guys about it. All right, we're just going to unlock the whole thing. I'm going to get it up to blue. There we go. Now it is up at epic, right? Or whatever they call this. But what I'm trying to say here is if you look over at that side tier, right above my camera right here, it says hire 5 tier 3 scouts. 5. Not a single one tier anywhere. There are quite a few other ones here that are very good to have outside. Obviously, I believe Scout's Honor is the top of the top when it comes to the scouting abilities you can equip with your coach. They have Stud Finder for quarterbacks, Fit Finder, which helps you reduce the archetype unlock percentage. There is also Eagle Eye. This will allow you to reduce the percentage unlock for the 2-letter range instead of the 3-letter range. There's also ones for all different position groups. So if you want to focus on one position in particular for scouting, you'll be able to get a discount on what it takes to unlock their talent in the draft without having to do the Scout's Honor. There's also Scout Squad, which would say that it's the same as the Scout's Honor, except it's 5 tier 2 instead of the tier 3, but still a very decent one to be able to unlock. And you can find all sorts of position specific ones throughout this locked and upcoming list for you to work on unlocking and applying to your coach. There is something you have to do before you can use it though, so let's go ahead and let's check that out. Once you have it unlocked and you want to equip it so you can hire all these scouts, you want to make sure that you apply it to your weekly strategy so that it's in there every week on advance, because it has to be there after an advance for it to take effect. You cannot apply it the same week that you are looking to use it and have it work. I've tested this out, it does not work. So what we want to do is we want to go into weekly strategy here in preseason right away, and you're going to pick out one of these that you do not want to have anymore, right? Which, hey, sometimes it sucks. You're going to have to part ways with one of the ones that you have equipped already, but it will stay in there. It won't change on you unless the duration runs out. But I have not had that happen. I went through a whole season and it stayed in there. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock, we'll do Big Back. Sorry, Big Back, you're out of here. And we're going to go down to Scout, and we're going to apply the Scout's Honor to my weekly loadout for my staff. For everything else with scouting, like the timing of when you have to do things, that has all stayed the same. So week 1, you have to hire and assign the scouts. Week 3 is when you assign those scouts to their specific regions. Week 8 is the national scout, where you set where he is going to be focusing on. Week 13 is the private workout, or no, the focus players, and then the final week of the free agency recap before the draft is the private workout. So none of that stuff has changed. None of the rollouts have changed for the percentages, so I don't think I'll be doing another whole breakdown of that, because last year's, for the most part, aside from these new abilities, pretty much stays the same. But it's just the fact that you have the ability to really change how much you can unlock from your draft class now. So we're going to go to the scouts area, and you guys know we got to fire them all. They're all going to get fired. And now once I go to the free agent scouts, I can hire all of these guys. I don't have to do a tier 2. I don't have to do a tier 3. I can hire as many tier 3 scouts as I want, and then I can apply them to certain areas. So what you'll see now, if you do this correctly and pick out your good areas, you are going to see this big of a list of unlocks. I have halfbacks, I have edge, defensive tackles, corners, some wide receivers, some tight ends. I have all of them unlocked completely. for their regions, of course, right? No, not all of the positions out of every region. It's all still region based, right? So you're going to be limited in that fashion. But if I go over to the West and I go to, I believe I had safeties here. I did. Safeties, 100% unlocked. Over in the Central, I did defensive tackles. All of them unlocked. In Northeast, I did the edge. So that includes right edge and left edge, which of course is the new position. One thing I did note, they didn't really change what kind of players you get in this, which I don't like. You still get remnants of just defensive ends because 6'3", 312 pounds, that guy's not standing up in a defense. So you will still have to pay attention to what type of player you are drafting in the edge position, because this guy definitely should not be standing up in a 3-4 or be playing an edge in a 4-3. This is definitely a defensive tackle. And then in Southeast, I did corners. So now, instead of having to pick 2 areas with your tier 2 and tier 3 to be able to unlock and know what you are going to draft when you go to the draft, you can do it for all 5 of the positions that you assign with your scouting, and that is going to change the way you draft. And honestly, this is a big W for Madden 26. There's some stuff out there, people complaining about this, people complaining about that, but guess what? I've been playing this game. I am actually enjoying playing the game again, and I don't care what anybody says. Oh, how much do they pay you? How much? Just let us have some fun, guys. Like, come on, man. I'm not saying the game is perfect, but this is a game changer for us franchise people that love to build through the draft and love to continuously find great players in the later rounds and don't like having to guess. Now you don't have to. You just got to put a little legwork in up front to unlock the Scout's Honor and make sure you use it and equip it in your weekly game plan. And then you yourself can also unlock over 80 players' full talent, so that way you know who you're drafting. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Stick around. We're going to be doing some more Madden 26 stuff as I get rolling through it. And of course, there's going to be the Madden 26 franchise starting shortly. Thank you guys again for watching. Before you leave, hit that like button. Subscribe if you have not already. Turn on that bell notification. There will be more of this stuff dropping soon. I'll see you guys next time.